What is the darkest thing you've ever done? When I was 13, my abusive and alcoholic father was swinging at my dog trying to hurt him. I kicked him down a flight of stairs, breaking every rib on his left side. He also punctured a lung. Then I went right back to watching Dukes of Hazzard. About 5 hours later, my mom came home and she asked where Dad was. I told her he was laying on the basement floor. Why? He's intoxicated. Of course, he must have fell. She went down there and whined at him for about 20 minutes. But he was mostly unconscious. Then she called my uncle to come and help me carry him upstairs. My dog wouldn't let my uncle anywhere near the old man despite their earlier altercation. So I had to carry him up by myself. Anyone with even a tiny bit of first aid knowledge would know not to do that. I had to sling him in a blanket over my shoulder, Santa Claus style. He then spent the next 4 days getting sober enough to go to the hospital. There he was properly diagnosed and treated and his lung drained and reinflated. While he was able to smoke, they did not provide alcohol on the hospital menu. So he went into withdrawal, tremors and all. Kept screaming, "Get that horse off of my bed." How did that horse get in here? Used the bed to drive around his old neighborhood and describe the sights to people. That lasted about a week. Then the doctors refused to release him from the hospital and moved him to the psych ward. He spent 2 months there being treated for addiction. During that time, no children, dogs or wives were physically, mentally or emotionally abused at our house. Not once. For the first time in about 30 years. Eventually he was discharged and much to everyone's shock and utter disbelief, he never drank again, or hurt his wife, or mistreated his children. His grandchildren absolutely worshipped him and competed for his favor. He was kind and generous and a great source of wisdom and humor for them. In time, they named their own sons after him and had his name tattooed on their flesh. Ultimately he died of cancer. And when he did, I held him in my arms and looked him in the eyes so he wouldn't be scared or die alone. I was his primary caregiver for the last 7 years of his life.